Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Monday afternoon. And we're looking at the brand failure, the Parkle brand failure. I've looked at Harry and Meghan together in the previous reading, but now I'm going back to the world of William Morris Endeavour and their relationship with their client, Meghan Markle. Only Meghan in this reading. And we are hearing PR experts speculate that the agency could be looking to drop Meghan Markle as a result of Endgame, the bombshell book. It's described in the article concerned, and they are worried that her brand has been tarnished to the same extent that Harry's brand was tarnished by Spare, and they are calling it guilt by association, that people are seeing, that are believing that she is the guilty party in this whole racist scandal and the naming and shaming that has gone on, and it doesn't look good. Sources are allegedly saying that the people at William Morris are horrified and exasperated by the never-ending scandals around Meghan. They're worried that deals that are on the table could disappear. And also, there is rumor that there have been real stand-up fights between Meghan and her top agent, Ari Emanuel, about the lack of deals, the lack of progress over the past 6 to 8 months. I have looked at this before fairly recently, and it did not look good. But I'm going to look at it again with the After Tarot, which is my breakup and makeup tarot, and see what's going on now that Endgame has come out and really bombed. The bombshell book that bombed. It's plummeting down the bestseller lists. Nobody wants to read it. Nobody believes a word. Scooby-Doo has been living the high life, flying private, flying first class, seen in very fancy hotels in California, but for how much longer? One wonders, and one would like to know from the universe what is going on with Meghan and her agents at WME, how they feel about her, the impact of Endgame on their relationship. Is Meghan worried? And outcome. Has anything changed in the energy? There are rumors that she's got something she's going to announce in January, which is just a few weeks away. Unbelievable as it sounds, I know. But it is just a few weeks ago, so I'm looking very short-term outcome with the After Tarot, not months even, maybe a month or two. What's going to happen? And let's remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation, just reading energy. And disclaimer in the box below, how's it going with Meghan and Ari? Oh, we've got the Six of Wands. That's a victory card, victory parade, something to celebrate, being acclaimed, people queuing to see you. So something's going on that somebody is very confident about, despite all the bad news and that very sad sight of herself being pepped in the car park in that green baseball cap. There is something that is sitting underneath the actual reading that is very promising, or somebody is very confident about. The Six of Wands, by the way, is a triumphal return, as well as a slightly narcissistic energy, a victory card, a showy offy card. The triumphal return worries me. Return to what? Let's see. Situation that we're dealing with. It was an unexpected energy. Oh, another of these cards. Victory card, the world, triumph, success, very public. This is, I won an Oscar, or I wrote a book and won the Booker Prize or the Nobel Prize for literature, or I solved world poverty, disease, war, whatever. The world, this is, I'm brilliant, I've succeeded, nobody can top me, not that Catherine with her Christmas carols, nobody. This is off the charts confident. Why? Let's see how the William Morris people feel about Meghan right now. They're taking their pentacle and leaving, according to the After Tarot. It's the Seven of Pentacles. It's the Harvest card. It's the Stock Taking card. It's the Return on Investment card. But we're in the After Tarot, so they've harvested what they can out of the deal. It's a thinking card. Basically, sevens are thinking energy, as I very often say. And it's looking at a situation and thinking, can we squeeze any more out of the situation, or is it as good as it's going to get? To quote that famous movie, is this the best that we can do? Is this deal, is this one pentacle that we've managed to harvest from the situation the maximum? And should we walk away from it? Interesting energy. After Tarot, wasn't going to use this deck, but it kind of jumped up and down and said, me. Now I know why. What about the book, Endgame, the bombshell book? Has it been a deal breaker, game changer for the agency? What's happened as a result of this book? Justice card, there could be legal proceedings around this book. Very, very much so. And it's interesting that in the After Tarot, the Justice figure has got the two wretches who we normally see in the Five of Pentacles. The two wretches are now before the Justice, the Lady Justice, to be judged. And those two wretches, of course, are Harry and Meghan. How interesting. If you look at this card, I wasn't expecting to get such visual impact from the cards. Never underestimate the tarot. That's Harry. That's the male creature who's the bigger, with the brain injury, the bandage around the head. Symbolic, of course. Who's wearing the ermine and the crown? But the wife. Table 12. Whatever you want to call her. Carparkle. How interesting. They are being judged right now. It's time for some truths. And the truths might be within the agency saying, this is not working. We need to get the lawyers in. We need to look at this stuff. They're begging, they're supplicating. They are being judged. They are in a very low status compared with the agency in this card and the way this card is depicted. But it could also be external legal process that's going on that we don't know about to do with the book. So that's interesting. How worried is Meghan that this might be a deal that's over? King of Cups in reverse. It's possible that she thinks that whoever, it could be Ari Emanuel, the King of Cups, who was the person who was supporting her, is no longer supporting her. The big cheese, male energy, who was a fan of hers, because the King of Cups is a fan of somebody, a supporter, someone who's loyal to them. But this card is in reverse, that loyalty has been withdrawn. So she's worried about it. This is that kind of energy, you know, in the bad old days when Harvey, I won't say the name out loud, you know that one. How he had his casting couch and his hotel rooms and all the sordid tales finally emerged. And the Me Too saga hit a few years ago. It's that kind of energy too. I'm just saying what's coming to mind because I'm reading energy. It's streaming through me. Not saying that that's what she's up to. I'm not accusing her of that at all, but it's that kind of energy of there is a very powerful man who has the potential to make deals, and at some level I've got to ingratiate myself. And I don't mean literally into the hotel room and doors locked. Don't mean that. We've seen the uncomfortable photos in public places with the starlets. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. And I don't like to see it. I'm not a fan of hers, as we all very well know. But I don't like to see that from one woman to another. I don't like to see a card like that there. Just saying that is the energy that's coming off the card for me as a reader. So she is worried. She's worried about what it might mean for her, and she's worried what it might mean, how she's going to have to fix it and do all that stuff that she probably had to do as a young wannabe actress in Hollywood before she had her big break. That this is Really, am I back there after all these years and after being a member of the royal family? Is that where I've landed up again? Again, no, not casting aspersions on her character at all. So the outcome of this rather interesting reading, because in here is trouble, bookended by brilliant. So what's going to happen with Meghan and the agency? It's over. King of Pentacles in reverse, another male energy. This is the boss, this is the financial guy, this is the one that's wearing that cap. If it's the same guy, this is the one that says, we can't make more money out of you. We've tried our best, we really did, but we've only got one pentacle out of this. Perhaps those new calm patches or something like that, or perhaps the little deal that's going to be announced in the next few weeks, whatever it is. But we can't make this work, King of Pentacles in reverse, and we don't want to. I don't want to be in a business relationship with you anymore. It's not going to work for me. I'm severing ties with you. King of Pentacles in reverse, it's done. It will be done. It will be over. Yet we have the Six of Wands, Minor Arcana, and the World, very similar energy, Major Arcana. It's going to be spun. There's going to be a bone thrown her way, just a little something, so she can walk away without being too humiliated. I think people will see through it, but something, I think, to make both sides look good, because of course there's the female energy, the whole world's going to see her great success. And here is a male energy, which would be someone like Ari Emanuel. And it's, I'm successful. I made her more successful than she was when she signed up. And she's going to be able to say, look, see, I've got this deal. I'm directing this movie, or I'm starring in a Tyler Perry movie, or whatever it is. And see, I'm not a big failure. But this is being massaged, it's being tweaked to make it look a whole lot better than it is. And I say that because of my Seven of Pentacles I've got there, the Justice card, such an interesting energy on that card, and these two kings who are in reverse, the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. They are done with the whole situation. They're not fans, they are moving on, and she is going to have to pretend that this was a great success. So that's your reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.